She was a nude model in an artistic photograph before she was considered an artist, and the art world let her stay that way for much longer than they should have. Let's talk about Méret Oppenheim. At 18 years old, she moved to Paris in 1932, and she was folded into the Surrealist circle almost immediately. A year later, she met a 43-year-old Méret who offered to photograph her nude. It was published in the Surrealist journal Minotaur in 1934. In essence, that's how the art world was introduced to Méret, and for a really long time, that is all they let her be. That photo is actually how the art world even knew what her name was, despite having produced one of the most poignant assemblage pieces, Fur for Breakfast, or Fur Breakfast, the fur-lined teacup. So 3 years later, when there was a piece written on her fur-lined teacup, they still insisted on using Man Ray's photo, even though she asked for a different image to represent her. I just can't imagine being an 18-year-old girl making one decision with a famous photographer to take this iconic photo, and then having that photo be the thing that was the most important to my art style for basically the rest of my life until passed away. So while Surrealism claimed to always be interested in the unconscious mind, in practice, the women in the movement were often not given the grace that they should have been, even when they were producing real, tangible pieces of work. People saw them as objects rather than questioning more, which was kind of the point of the movement altogether, trying to dig down to what was inside the person, but it suddenly didn't matter if you were female, because you were relegated to this position of being an inspiration or muse or this dream girl. Oppenheim spent 3 years, which was way too long, just being a cover girl for Man Ray's photography, before she got to be the artist who she actually wanted to be. Oppenheim had to fight to be seen than more than an image. The next artist I'm going to talk about didn't quite survive the fight the same way. This one nearly got broken.